Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. So how do we deal with this issue of same-sex marriage? How do we deal with the issue of homosexuality? I mean, because it ain't right, is it? It's wrong, ain't it? So how do we as believers deal with it? Well, perhaps we just don't. Now that's just, what do you mean we don't? It's an abomination. Like I've said a million times before. So is divorce, so is fornication, so is adultery. But anyway, let me really answer the question as I see it. We deal with it like Jesus would have dealt with it. You think he might be a good example? Yeah. See, what happened was he met this woman. He was at a well one day and, he ended up telling this woman about herself. But he didn't tell her like, you a sinner and you a hoe and you've been sleeping around. No, he says, you have had 5 husbands and the one you're with now is not your husband. And then he went on to say, if you knew who I was, you would ask me for water to drink. Because the water that I can give you, you will never thirst again. You see, here's how we deal with it. We offer water to people so that they can never, or that they will never thirst again. Because the scripture does say that out of your belly shall flow rivers of living water. And so if others are drinking the water that you have to offer, it's not really a matter of homosexuality. It's not a matter of whatever sin it might be. It's a matter of offering water that they can drink as to never thirst again. And the only reason that people involve themselves with any kind of sin anyway is because of the thirst factor. Is because they need that living water. And so we are harping as Christians, as believers, we're harping on the sin, what they did, what they doing. And Jesus, he said of another woman, when her accusers came around and wanted to stone her, he says, now you who are without sin, you go ahead and you can cast the first stone. Okay? So we can do that. We can cast the stone or we can offer the water. And the problem today is that we're casting the stone, but we're not offering the water. And when we offer the water, it's not a matter of the particular sin. When you cast a stone, though, yeah, you gotta say, well, you know what? She was sleeping with such and such over there and she needs to be stoned. They are homosexual, the same-sex marriage, and we're not going to stand for it in our society today. No, they need to be put behind a chain fence and food dropped down to them. So you got to pick out the particular sins when you want to cast stones. But when you want to offer the water, the living water, the water that's in you, they'll never thirst again. And you ain't even got to bother with what they doing and who they doing it with. Thank y'all for tuning in and be blessed.